Hello, greetings. Welcome to lesson 2. And I am sorry, I know I am a hot mess today. I was supposed to do this video tomorrow, but I'm in Florida and I guess there's like a storm coming. Where I'm at right now, it is currently raining. The divine knows what it's doing. So I'm like, you know what, let me just do it today. And that way, in case if, I don't know, if we're left without lights or anything of that sort, at least I was able to take out this video. So if you have not watched the first part of the video, please do so. It is very important because the first part of the video talks about certain things that you will be doing and working throughout your whole spiritual journey. And if you do not, that is fine. I'm just letting you know that that first video, it is very, very, very important. And it is crucial for your spiritual growth. So, let's talk about protection. Protection, we're not talking about just physical aspects. We're talking about mental, emotional, and spiritual, especially for those that have that work that are around family members, friends, co-workers, or just dealing with people in general. You never know people's intentions, and this includes family and friends. People will smile at you and say, "Yay, you got a promotion." But the truth is, they're not. They've been waiting for the longest for you to fall flat on your face. But they can't tell you that, right? So sometimes people that wish you to fall, they're just going to constantly just throw negative stuff your way. And sometimes, because you don't know that that's happening, you don't protect yourself. And then sometimes, like, certain bad things happen or certain things happen, you'd be like, why is it always happening to me? Well, sweetheart, because most of the time you do have someone that is not happy to know that you're doing well or that you're doing better than them. Hence why certain things happen. Now, sometimes, yeah, sometimes it just, life happens. And it's what happens to everyone. It has happened to me. Well, how do you protect yourself as a beginner uh, that maybe don't know how to work with spirits and deities or with the higher self? Well, how do I go on about protecting myself when situations like this happen? One, let's start with, I would say that it is simple. Simple. Simple enough because you don't have to go elsewhere and purchase it versus like the other ones that I'll be talking about. Let's start with water. Whether you believe it or not, water is scientifically proven that can be programmed for a benefit. Um, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, it's now my nose is just bugging. Water is one of those elements that you can use for your benefit. So what you'll do is you'll grab a jug, right? You're welcome to do this extra step. You don't have to, of course. I do it because I love like binaurals and frequencies, and I work a lot with them as well. Of course, these when it comes to channels, I don't promote any channels. I don't work with any binaural or frequency channel, but there is channels out there that you can look for clearing space binaurals or frequencies or clearing water. Remember, we're talking about water. So I think Sapien may have one, and I think Starseed. I'm not sure. If I can find it, I'll try to link it down for you and see if I find it. Of course, I'll find it because I have it. I don't know if Starseed have one, but I know Sapien has one. But I'll link it on the comment for you to look at if you're curious or interested in it. But basically, what it is that you put it on next to a speaker or your phone speaker, and you let it play, let's say for 10, 15 minutes. You don't even have to put it for so much. But what that do is that it clears out the water of any negative vibrational or frequency that may have, and it just clears it out completely. And then what you do once that's done is that you go ahead, you put your hands on the jar or whatever it is that you have it, and that you're going to put your intentions of protection there. Um, it could be any form of protection, affirmation. It could be something as I am protected through my higher self, or I am protected through divine, or I am protected through the cosmos. I am protected to whatever it is. I am fully protected from evil and harm. Um, you can basically indicate it. You can even indicate that uh, negative energy and evil eye is not welcome within your aura, within your space. You can write it down, and as you are putting your hand over it, you can recite it. My apologies about that. I don't even know where I left off because I got a call. Um, I was stating about programming water. You can even write it down, and as you have your hand over it or next to it, you are imagining that energy is being pushed through your hands to the water. And you can just put whatever sighting that you want to give it affirmation, and you just say that for a few minutes, and you let your energy and your intentions just intertwine with the water. Okay, well, I did that. Now what? Then you can put it in your fridge. You can even put it in little bottles, and every day you just affirm it. I am protected today. No harm shall come to me. I am protected by the divine. And then drink it. And just you drink it, and you're just going to imagine that there is an aura as bright as you want, as dark as you want, as colorful as you want, but it is your protection. And just imagine that every single time you have that one person that comes at you, anything that comes your way, it just is bouncing off. It's just bouncing off of you. That is one way, one simple way that you can do that works phenomenally. Um, and at the end of the night, by the way, let's say that you finish with work, you finish dealing with people, family members, kids. You're always welcome to go into the shower. And when you are showering, just imagine that the stress and your frustrations of the day is just going down the sink. And that's just another form of way of you to just let go. Whatever that is. I have been in the shower sometimes for 40 minutes, and I am talking to the water. I'm literally imagining that the water is this purest white water. Just, it glows, literally. The water is glowing, and I am talking to the water of the stresses I need for it to go away. I had this one client that just, I tried everything possible for it not to irritate me with the 10,000 questions because they were not understanding, and no matter how I tried to explain it, it just would not go into their thick scalp. Stuff like that. And then once I let that out of my system, I just felt like I was mentally, emotionally, and spiritually good enough to finish my night with whatever it is that I need to do for the night. Okay, well, what other ways can you do it? What about tea? Any of you are my tea drinkers? I love tea, by the way. I'll drink coffee ever so often, but I would prefer tea before anything. Just my preference. Do you know that you can utilize lemon tea for protection? Of course, I would urge for you to do this from scratch. Just because the herb teas, you don't know the process of doing it, so you can just grab a few limes, cut them up, boil some water. If you want to add even with green tea, if you want to just grab your regular green tea and then you grab a lemon, well, you program that lemon. And what you do is that you grab the lemon and then you put it you know in between your hands, and I don't have a ball, but I guess this will do. So let's say this is your lemon or your lime, and then you just you know put your hand into just integrate energy into it. And while you are doing this, you are also affirming, I am protected from hex, evil eye, negativity. I am, a negative energy is not welcome. And you just consider whatever it is that you want to give it. Just, I'm going to have a beautiful day. Anything and everything negative that goes my way just bounces off. And then when you're done, then you can go ahead and you can cut it. You can put one in your tea, or you can squeeze it, and then you can use that lemon until it's done. And then you can drink it in the morning or throughout the day, and even at night, so that you are protected at all times. And as you are, just like the water, as you are ingesting it in, it's that protection comes from the inside out. You can even say protection not just from any negativity, evil eye, or curses or hexes. You can even say you're protected from illnesses, especially now that we're coming into a month where, if you have kids come back home from school sick because some other kid came to school sick. Even workers and co-workers that you deal with, they come into work sick, coughing and sniffling all over the place. And by the time you know it, especially if you're working in an office, half of everybody in the office now is sick. So you can even utilize that. So you're always welcome to use tea. Well, damn, Norma, does everything has to be ingested? Oh no, hold on, because I'm getting there. So, what about wearing? So, if you notice, or if you haven't, well, now you do. I have these little bracelets. Now, the thing about that is that these bracelets, you see me with them on. However, they are not for protection per se. Okay, so these bracelets are more for financial stability. And then this one right here, the white and the red one, this actually deals with form of protection in regarding to finances. This baby right here, it is actually your it is actually my manifestation bracelet. And the thing about this manifestation bracelet is that it brings in fae, or for those that be like, what's fae? The fairies. It gets something about this particular bracelet that attracts fairies. So, so it is one of those things that you can look for. You can always look for bracelets that are meant for protection. Well, okay, so what happens if I buy a bracelet? Well, what kind of bracelet am I supposed to be purchasing? Ooh, that is a really good question, because it all depends on the energy and what you mesh with. So, there are people that look into amber, even crystal quartz, obsidian, onyx. There's also the moon citrine. There is, oh, what is the other one? I can't for the life of me. Smoky quartz. There are people that even utilize citrine for protection. So when it comes to protection, the stones depends on your energy and what brings you. So I'll give you, I have this one always next to me. This is a smoky quartz, by the way. And I have these practically everywhere. And when I say everywhere, like I don't have to go that far, but smoky smoky quartz is one thing that I have with me just almost everywhere. Now why? So in my other workspace, I have these stone bracelets. So basically they're like bracelets and then it has a little pocket that you can put the stones in. I have two of them. Now one is smoky quartz and then the other one is a crystal quartz. When you practice long enough, you will notice that one hand pulls in energy and one hand takes out energy. So your left hand pulls energy, your right hand takes out energy. Now, this is something that you are told constantly in regards to left is negative, right is positive. So keep in mind that that is a belief that a lot of people have. The left is always the negative polarity, and then the right is always the positive polarity. But me personally, I have been able to do both, pull and push from both hands. It all depends on your preference. I am left handed. So if I ever need to pull energy, I can pull energy from my left. Just like if I want to pull energy from, not pull, push energy with my left, you can push energy from your left. It's just that I guess that people have a preference, or if you practice or follow a specific occult or a group, then they will tell you left, left will be this and right will be that. But honestly and truly, it is your energy, and you can do whatever you want with your energy. You can pull, push, keep it stale, however it is. It is your energy. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. So what I like to do is I do find myself pulling more from my left hand. So what I do is that I will utilize the smoky quartz on my left. And what that is doing is that the smoky quartz is meant to um, take in any negative energy that it is within your surroundings. So if there's anything negative around you, the smoky quartz will actually absorb that. Just like obsidian will do the same thing, and onyx. And what I do is that I have it on my left hand, or I will have it on my left wrist, and then it is continuously, it's just pulling in whatever negative energy that is around me. And then I will have clear crystal quartz on my right side, and my right hand, or on my wrist. And what that is doing is that I am pushing out any positive. So see it as like it is just one big ass circle. So if there's negative energy coming this way, I want to make sure that I am pushing out positive energy on this side. So it is continuously picking, cleaning, picking, cleaning. I have been told by a lot of people, you feel so peaceful. Your area feels peaceful. It feels like, but it's because I'm constantly on the clearing and go. That is just me. Even when I'm heading out into public, I normally intend to wear some form of protection stones if for some odd reason, if I know that I am going to be around a lot of people, then for me, I would do my morning water and then I'll bring in my protection stones just because I need to have my space cleaned and cleared at all times because I am I intend to be sensitive with energies. I'm I am an empath. So there are some times where ever so often, when I say ever so often, if it's something that I do out the blue where my one of my family members be like, "Hey, let's go here somewhere. I feel I was told that this was going on," and it's something that it is literally out of the blue. If it is something that just happened and I am being forced to go for X, Y, and Z reasons, or something spiritually tells me, "Oh, you need to go," then I'll wear my stones for an extra protection because now I am walking into the unknown, especially when it's last minute. Um, how do you program crystals? Listen, crystals do not have to be complicated. And I say that because there have been a few amount of people that I have come across that says you have to. Nope. That is just a belief that one, whether it is their belief or it was somebody else's belief that it has to be done that way. I have picked up crystals and I'll feel it and it pulses. That means that that stone connected to my energy and it accepts my energy. So I am able to reprogram or program that stone by simply intentionally telling that stone to clear itself out. I will imbue it with my energy and clear it out. And while I'm clearing out that stone, then I can also reprogram it at the same time of what I need for it to do. There are stones that I do have that I have cleaned it, imbued it with my energy, but I allow it to do its own natural thing, meaning that whatever it is that that stone naturally does on its own, I just let it bring its own natural properties. I don't have it aligned for anything specific. It basically, the stone will do whatever it needs to do for whatever it is that my energy or my spirit needs at that moment, or my aura, whatever that is. You don't have to specifically program it. You don't have to, you don't have to do anything special. Go with your gut. Go with what your your instinct says. It doesn't have to be anything special. There are people that run it under water. There are people that put it under the moon. There are people that put it in the sun. Of course, be mindful. Not every stone you can put it in the sun, and not every stone you can put it in water, because there's some that will erode and can be damaged to certain elements. You can even put it in dirt for an hour or so, and then you can just pull it back up. And guess what? And it's charged, just cleansed, just cleared. It is up to you. You can't even sage it. You can't even put it under smoke. And the craziest thing about it is that it doesn't even have to be just sage smoke. It could be lavender. It could be dragon's blood. It could be any form of incense and smoke. Because everybody be like, oh, you can sage it or lavender it or blood moon it. The funny thing is, it could be just smoke. I would say like this: you can even do it with a candle. You can get a candle, put its purpose to just clean out stones or clean out the area. Of course, again, because I was messing earlier with my one of my spells. Okay, let's say, ooh, this um this little candle feels weird to me. I'm sorry, I'm over here messing with it, but I can tell. Okay. Short attention span there for a moment. Let's say I grab this candle and I'm going to go ahead and put my intentions that this candle is going to be my cleaning or cleansing stone. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to intentionally, while giving energy to this candle of what is its purpose. Then I can turn around and I can describe my stone cleanser. And what ends up happening is that every single time I light it, I'll grab a stone. Let's say this is my stone. And as I'm passing over it, and I'm imagining that whatever smoke is going on or the heat is actually cleaning out my stone. Then I'll turn around, I thank it, and then going about my business. And then ta-da, my stone now is clean or cleansed, and now it's ready to continue working for me and what I have its intention for. Now that I took out this candle, let's talk about candles. You can also utilize candles for protection, and it works very similarly to this right here. So what you're gonna do, very, very similarly. By the way, it doesn't even have to be these type of candles. It can even be a big candle, medium candle. It could be whatever candle you want it to be. If you're going to do something like this, I would do it. Oh, do I have it? I do. I know I do. Just, where are you? Oh, I do have it. However, it is all the way at the bottom. So, just like the candle that I just took out, there is the long version. I call them dinner, the dinner romantic candles. You can even use those. And what you're going to do is that you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put your handle over it. You make sure that you grab the candle. If you can even do it on big fat candles, whatever it is that you want it to be. What you're going to do is that you're going to program it. You're going to put your intentions into it. You're going to make sure you're going to push energy out your hands. You can even use the energy in your body, so it doesn't even have to be just your hands. You can't even look at something and you're already giving it energy. And a lot of people don't even know that just by you looking at something, you're putting your intentions into it. So you're giving it energy. I don't care, even if you hug the candle, that all that energy, it still will go to it. And what you're going to do is the same thing that you do with anything and everything else that we just discussed about on this video. When you light it up, let's say you already programmed it, you programmed your candle to protect, and you can even, put, I am protected by divine light, I am protected by God, or I am whatever, or I am protected from evil, I am protected from the evil eye, I am protected from negative energy, whatever it is that you want to put into the candle. And that's if you want. Because remember, your energy is already in there. And all you have to do is you put it away, and then you go in the next day and you light it up. And all you have to do is for 2-3 minutes sit down in front of that candle. You can put your hands over it or around it, just like if it was to be standing up. You can just put your hands on it. And the energy that the candle is putting out is coming to you. So it is the release of the energy that the energy is taking out. It is coming to you. So you start imagining that the energy that is coming out from the candle, it is literally embodying you with that protection. And then once you feel that protection and you already have that energy, you can blow it, you can grab your hands and take it out, stuff it out, whatever it is that you want to do, and then you go on about your business. And then you can go on about your day. And then you can go ahead and program a candle to clean out any negative space that you may have collected during the day. You can use the shower to remove any negativity that you may have collected and picked up. When it comes to protection, let's start off with those basics. You can even protect yourself outside. Do you know that you can use the sun to protect you? Let's say, especially if you work outside your home. Before you get into your car, even if you get into your car, just stand there or sit there for just a moment, and you're gonna feel the heat that is coming from that sun. And just imagine that all that heat, and you're gonna imagine this glow. It could be any color. Shoot, it could be yellow, orange. I don't. If you want to put polka dots in your protective shield, you could do that too. Just imagine, just the sun as it keeps hitting you, and as you're building that protection around you. You're just imagining, you're imagining that you are protected by the sun's light. And you're just allowing that heat, and it just keeps collecting. And every single time that you go out and that sun hits you, it continues to reinforce that protection. Okay, but what happens if you work at nighttime? Then you do it the same way. That moon illuminating you, it is protecting you. It is protecting you from the shadows that may be lurking, from any form of unintentional or intentional negative ills towards you, or negative feelings or intentions towards you. And you can just utilize that to protect you. So, I hope that these few spells, of course, throughout my videos, I will provide a little bit more of a complex protections that serve for multiple purposes. To be honest with you, the most simple and basic spells works like wonders. When it comes to magic, you don't have to overcomplicate things. It could be very short and simple. My most successes has been not only from spells that I have fun doing, but also how simple they were. Very simple with minimal ingredients. So, I hope you have fun. Again, thank you for watching. And until next time, peace and blessings.